I've known Andy Scott since 2012, and he's become a character for us. And he's just, well, not just, but he's got a senior role now for lighting, Lyco Lighting. And to be quite honest, I really didn't want to be talking about light bulbs tonight. And I really didn't, Andy. But after we were on the Zoom call this afternoon just so that we could check the connection. And we're 5 minutes and I went, And one of the things I said to Andy, what you've just told me, can you really tell the members this? Because I was looking at light bulbs and I was looking at your stuff, your lampshades and your quality stuff. And one of the things a few members, when I posted this out, said, oh, they haven't got much of a choice. And that was my perception. Mm. Yes?
Yeah.
So, Andy, over to you, because what you told me and what I saw really wasn't what my perception again. And don't forget, you didn't join us, come on board until sort of January time.
Yeah, and it was a stalled start. So good evening, everybody. I'm Andy Scott. We're from Lyco Lighting. We were launched with you on the 20th of January. Straight away, we went in and we had a promotion during February on some multi-pack lamps, which went well. There was a good response. There was lots of feedback. And then first week of March, I went down to South Wales. We were doing some work with the NHS down there. I had 3 days down there, came back, didn't feel well, self-isolated. And then effectively our business, like everybody else, said, that's it. We literally shut down, except for our warehouse and accounts teams, and we all worked at home for 3 months. The reality is we didn't know what our business was going to look like come the other side. So we did whatever we could to reduce our stock holding, which effectively then shot ourselves in the foot. And we've been a little bit on the back foot since then. But fortunately, we've come out the other side, hopefully like a lot of other people. And we're now looking forward and looking in a positive manner. The sales team and customer care team who work with me are all back in the office, but our marketing guys and our buying guys are still working from home, just so that we can look after ourselves safely when we're in the offices. But we've got to look forward. And what's become apparent, to take your point, Nick, our websites carry something like 4,200 items. And it can be a little bit daunting for somebody to go on there and think, what the heck am I looking for?
Yeah.
So we spent a little bit of time whilst we were working at home trying to come up with a method to just draw attention and draw some interest and point people in the right direction. And what I've shared with Nick and Anthony, I can't remember whether it was this morning or yesterday, was a draft of almost like a lookbook, something to generate some interest and point everybody in the right direction. It's not all our best-selling items by any stretch of the imagination, but it gives you an idea. And Anthony, you've got some examples, I think, which shows some of the light bulbs, sorry, Nick, but also as we then go through some of the other items that might specifically be of interest to yourselves, such as some emergency exit signs and some decorative stuff and stuff like that. If you can go back a page, Anthony. Keep going back. And again. Now, I'd point out to everybody that the bulb in the top left-hand corner is Nick Watchorn's personal favourite. Every time I see him, he keeps going on about wanting some fittings to go with that. But if you can go back,
they hang down. There's like 3 or 4 of them together.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a spider design.
Yeah, but how much are they?
That one's £8.
See, when I was looking, they were really expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you go back, Anthony, if you go back, so this is as a sort of, and back one more. So this really is your real basic stuff. And if you look at the product in the top left-hand corner, just a standard GLS product, we're retailing that at £4 including VAT. But if you buy the multi-pack options, then you're looking at £2.20 per item. Now, you can imagine how much it grieved me a couple of weeks ago when my partner said to me one Sunday morning, the bulb in her grandmother's bathroom had gone, and could I nip down to Wilko's and buy one? And I was forced to pay over £5 for something that effectively has been around with the arc. So what I'd encourage everybody to do is, as we go through this and as you come onto the website or you make inquiries, is look for the light bulbs where there's multi-pack options which are sold in 5s or 10s, because that's really where you're going to get absolutely the best value for your money.
Okay.
So, Anthony, if you then go forward, and we'll skip past Nick's favourite light bulb again. So the product range is covered, as you can see here. This is everything, and this really is a draft of what we're going to end up putting out. We're not going to put any pricing in it, but we'll deliver it to you by way of a PDF document, so that you can have some basic product information in terms of what it will do, the specification, the guarantees, the number of hours that it would last, that sort of thing. But
okay.
Then, of course, go on.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
And again, remember, you're gonna have to believe me. He doesn't know what I'm going to ask him here. Them 600 mil by 600 mil, but I want the bigger ones, the 1200 mil by 600.
Yeah.
How much are they?
Oh, off the top, I have to admit, off the top of my head, I don't know, but I know we've got a product on the 600 mil by 600 mil panels at the minute, which is under 20 quid.
Okay. Give me a price and I'll publish that because I've got a price for 12 of them.
Yeah.
£1,400.
What? What, they gold plated?
£100. LDL lights that you just slot up.
I'll get that to you tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Madness. Okay. So if we're going through this, I mean, some of these products actually we're only just about to launch as well, so they really are brand new. Some of them we haven't got history with, but we're convinced that the price points that we're going to be hitting are going to be really, really keen. So as you go through then, Anthony, you'll come to emergency lighting. So anybody with an HMO, you're going to have a requirement for some sort of emergency lighting and exit signage. Exterior lights, well, you wouldn't believe it's July, but you obviously need them now. Security lighting as well. The security lighting, we can do anything from a product which is under 20 quid right up to, we quoted recently for a rugby pitch where the individual units were £1,000 each. So keep flicking through. Bulkhead lights can be with or without emergency signage. That's fine. Exterior and garden lights.
Yeah, I like them. Go back, Anthony.
Go back.
I like that. So you do all outside lighting as well?
Absolutely.
Because one of the rules is for members can buy for their own home as well?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. So when I was looking at some of the products, which I'll come on to in terms of sort of promotional activity for you in a little while. Okay. One of the items that I saw was a great big chandelier, which I thought, well, that's going to look lovely in Watchorn Towers. Oh, and that was sort of 700 quid. So we're going from light bulbs at £1.50 right up to 700 quid a shot, and basically anything in between.
Yeah, well, Andy, where'd you get this? I live in a mansion.
I know where you live, my old friend.
The most expensive thing in my house is the magnet kitchen. Trust me.
And I bet you got a discount on that too.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Andy Gore's listening to this. I can't tell you.
Exterior bollards, absolutely, right the way up to lampposts as well. So not just the sort of low-level stuff. Pendants, and this is a selection of some of the sort of smartest looking stuff, but because we were trying to limit how many items there was on display, we tried to get a real cross-section of what is there just as a taster. But if I show the one in the middle, the Lucide Arthur, that's 100 quid, and that's one of our biggest sellers by volume. It's a fantastic light for us.
Okay.
If you go through again, the Noon, the satin chrome down, sorry, go back, the Noon satin chrome down the bottom there, just to give you an idea. Go on, Nick, have a guess at how much that is.
£75? 100? Oh, okay. £120?
49 quid.
That's not bad. That's good. I like that. Well, it's everybody's personal taste, isn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely, it's down to personal taste. But, yeah, and likewise, some of it isn't necessarily going to be the sort of thing that you want to put into your rental properties, but certainly for your own homes, we're trying to cover the whole thing.
Don't forget, the serviced accommodation is really getting quite big, and that will look places where they want a bit more class. Unless unless it's one of Paul's houses. Sorry, Paul.
So we've tried to put a selection of if you go back a page, Anthony, you can tell that this is still a draft because the bottom right-hand corner, that's not a reading light. That's a very high resolution, high bay industrial product that the designers have. It's just gone in there by mistake. So that's what I say. It's still in draft for us.
Okay.
Keep going. We toyed with putting imagery in, but if you go we were then losing some of the items. So we've tried to limit the amount of room scene photographs that we put in. Yeah. But if you look at the next page, Anthony, and in terms of value for money, the top left and the items in the top left and the top right are £17. Now that is great value for money.
I wouldn't know, and I really wouldn't.
Oh yeah, how much would you expect to pay for these outside of Lyco, outside of LNPG?
Well, I can only judge from when we did our own home up 5 or 6 years ago, and we bought product from a whole load of different places, and we paid anything from probably 75 quid up to a couple of £100 per fitting.
Okay.
But it was, I mean, everybody's different. We wanted it for our own home, and if we saw it, we liked it, and we didn't think we were being ripped off in price, we bought it. But we were buying at retail. We weren't buying effectively at these sorts of trade prices. Frankly, because I didn't think to look on sort of websites and that sort of thing. I wanted to go and see it and feel it and touch it and that sort of thing. But it's a personal choice.
Yes, totally get that. Okay.
Okay. So then, you know, I don't know whether picture lights are going to be the sort of thing, but certainly bathroom lights. There's a whole range there for everybody to have a look at once we've got it sorted out. And this then really is just a taster as an introduction then into the website. So that what we're going to do is put through a guide for you all as to really how to use our website, how to find things quickly and easily.
And you're going to put that on our website so members, and we can email that out to members?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, yeah. That'll be really good. And also what we spoke about when we had a brief 10 minutes this afternoon, 5 minutes this afternoon, and I said, I don't want to know, tell me at the Zoom meeting, was that you've got how many products on special offer? Like you've got end of lines, etc. Was that?
Well, what we've done this afternoon is we've had a closer look at what we've got, where there's some reasonable stocks, or where we can get stock replenished. And what we've come up with is a list of 71 items, where we can say for the members, right, the product is advertised at whatever it is, and we'll just say, right, it's a straight 20% off. The stock is there, and as per our agreement, what we've said is the first order from every member is free delivery. So there's those 70 odd items which will probably run for a month, but that's for us to have a conversation as to when you want to start it, when you want to end it. Over and above that, I'm looking to put together a range of probably 12 or 15 items which are higher value, but far more decorative. All joking aside, the chandelier for your home, it might be that someone wants something that looks like it's 700 quid, but actually we've got something that's a replica that's 250 quid. So we're going to put together that sort of list as well, where we can give you a reasonable discount off the normal selling price. But more importantly, we know we've got the stock so we can back up the service.
Okay. One of the things that members are really kind of not cotton onto, but really need is because they're walking into this area, they walk down a B&Q, buy a light bulb, or they see a light and go, well, I'll have that, or they buy a rose and they'll put a lampshade around it. Yes?
Yeah.
And there'll be the members that want detail on it, detail. So you'll get to one extreme to the other. They're going to need someone to talk to. Yeah. And again, whether I don't care whether it's a stupid question or a great question, is we're going to send them to you, because there's no point in us talking about light bulbs because I haven't got a clue. One of the people, I saw a question come up on my screen is, you buy cheap, it lasts 2 minutes. That's my attitude. I'd rather pay £6 for a light bulb, and I know that it's going to last me a while. Are yours going to last?
Well, the product guarantees really depend upon which manufacturer the product is being sourced from, but we're not bringing anything in that hasn't got a 2-year manufacturer's guarantee. And so then
if I buy a light bulb from you,
I
go down to B&Q, or I go down to, I don't know, not home base, Morrison. That's when I'm doing my job, I go, I need a light bulb.
I know, I've seen you in there.
Yeah, I put it in. Within 3 months, the damn thing's gone. I paid like £4 for the damn thing, and I'm sick of changing light bulbs.
No, and I've got to be honest. I'm one of the, if we look at the little tiny capsules, now I didn't know this as a consumer until I started with this company. If you handle one of the reasons they're packed in little bubble wraps isn't just to stop them from breaking, it's actually to stop you from touching them. Because if you touch them and the grease from your hand goes onto that glass, that speeds up its demise. So you're meant to actually insert them whilst it's still got the little bubble wrap holder on, because then you're not touching the product.
Trust me, in putting it up and then you've got to turn it, that's a nightmare. Yeah,
agreed. Absolutely agreed. And we're all in the same boat in that respect. But going back to your point about wanting someone to talk to, what we've done is we've created an internal briefing note for our sales and customer service team, which they've all got. So they all know what the agreement is with yourselves. They all know that if a member phones up and they say, well, I'm from LNPG, they'll say, right, what's your membership number? Okay, it's 12345. That is already programmed into our system. So they'll go on 12345. Oh, hello, Bill. How are you doing today? Right. Okay. Do you want your delivery to 15 Church Street? It's there, already done.
I didn't know that.
Ah, there you go. You see, we have been trying to be busy in the background in preparation for this.
No, great. But don't forget, you've got to look at, because that's probably their home address. They've got to make sure that it might be one of their other
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And that's some of the questions that they've been primed to ask.
Okay. But coming back to the actual light fittings and lights, etc., they can ask. And again, do you have a brochure that has absolutely everything in, under categories, and they can just sit on our website and just scroll down, or just flick the page.
We haven't got a brochure with all 4,000 plus items in, because the reality is that is changing every single week.
So you're definitely recommending them go to your website, have a look, then make the phone call. Is that what you're telling us?
But yes, but we do have an e-catalogue, which effectively it's bigger than the one we've just shown you, but it's broken down by some product categories. So what I can do is I can send you the links for those that you can then put up.
It's just that a couple of members actually said, oh, there's not much choice.
Yeah.
And from what you're telling me, somebody tell me there's not much choice, and you've got 4,000 different categories. Yeah, 4 different fucking things to buy. That's quite a big choice.
Yes.
So we need to make the journey easy to get from us to you, put links everywhere in our website, or just give them it and say, go and choose what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Get maybe used to your website. I don't know. I've never been to your website because I've always looked at the catalogue section. I have in my office. So we need to do some education there, Anthony. Would you agree?
I think the brochure, a condensed brochure, is a great idea, and there's also a need, and I'm seeing this on the Facebook comments as well, for greater searchability in terms of the full range as well. Now, that's not something that can be done on the LNPG website. That's got to be done on the Lyco website. But if we've got this core range of however many products that you mentioned, where we get this 20% off or whatever it is, if we could have those sat on the LNPG website, listed, priced up, I think that's going to make it a hell of a lot easier, because then anything outside of that core range is going to take a little more getting to the product.
Andy,
the discount that we've agreed is across the entire 4,200 odd items.
Yeah, because someone's just picked you up on that, Andy. You've seen it.
So that as a core discount, that's there. But what we're saying is, over and above that, instead of the 9% that you wrap my knuckles with, then what we're saying is actually these 70 odd items, which we'll give you as a sort of special promotion, which won't be items that we'll be promoting elsewhere, we can offer you with 20% off. And the idea being is that this will then be a continual rolling promotional program, which is how we've envisaged it when we started in January.
Yeah.
Because the idea then was to say, right, keep it short, sharp, keep everybody interested, and a month at a time, we'll change the promotion.
Yes, and that was it, across the board.
Absolutely.
Okay, to keep it fresh, to keep it alive, but also come across the whole 4,200 different product lines.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So I hope that answers your question. Roger Lancaster. Sorry, Roger. Do we have our own account for ordering online? That was a question that they don't want to talk to anybody. Yeah, they just want to go online. If they order online, do they get the discount?
Currently, what we've done is we've disabled the ability for people to order online with credit accounts. Reason being, the last time it was activated was about 18 months ago.
Yeah.
And we ended up chasing whole loads of small debt, which was just unmanageable. But we're in the throes of getting an upgrade on part of the IT system, which hopefully then will give that facility going forward.
So at the moment, you make the phone call, pay for it over the phone?
Absolutely.
Okay. Right. Okay.
But it is the wish to be able to do that going forward.
Okay. Roger, I hope that answers your question.
Do you guys do electric fireplaces?
No, but we have got some electric radiators.
No. We don't want to know about those.
We don't want to know about that.
And I only know that because I've got one myself.
Do you have delivery charges?
Yes, but the first delivery for each member is free. Yeah. And then thereafter, any order that's over 60 quid, the delivery is free. Otherwise, our normal price is £4.79, but we agreed a discounted rate for yourselves, which was, I think, £4.
Sure it was only £2, wasn't it?
No, I don't think so. You haven't met my finance director. He's even more scary than you.
Yeah. So please, people, don't buy one light bulb.
No, you've got to make it worth your while.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I totally agree with that. Paul, come on, Paul. I'm struggling with light bulbs now and lighting.
Shall I shine the light on it for you then?
Yes, please do.
Very good.
God.
Just to give some personal experience, I bought some products, and I say some, it was well over £200 worth back in December.
Yeah.
It's absolutely perfect. No, the product's still working. So it's one of those things, I think, that somebody was saying, how long do they last? And I think Nick asked the question. Yeah, it's who knows? But so far, product's been excellent. So thank you.
And from recollection, this was for your daughter's place, wasn't it, Paul?
Correct. Yeah.
And she's a member. Having looked at what it was that she bought, yeah, she's got expensive taste.
Yeah.
No, I'll rephrase that. She's got good taste.
Yeah. And Scotty, sorry, Andy, I've got to start calling you that. Andy, guess who paid for it all?
Yeah. The bank of mum and dad. Yeah, absolutely.
I remember here saying he's used you and brought multi-packs, light bulbs and fittings. Excellent product. Service was good. Thanks. Yeah.
Good. Well, thank you for that feedback.
Get that out to the 4,500 members.
Yeah. And we've had an issue this afternoon where one of the members was saying that they'd left a message and couldn't get through. So I just passed that straight back to Charlotte, and she phoned the member straight away, and the issue was sorted.
Okay, good. No, and that's going to happen, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. But we want to be able to respond quickly.
Yeah. So this is not a relaunch, but we're launching it brand new today because we walked into the virus. So it's launching today. So members are going to put emails out, remind people, because it's habit as well. But look, Andy, thank you so much for coming on. I really much appreciate it. Andy Scott is the sales director. Okay. And again, if anybody's got any issues or something's not worked, please get in contact with us and we'll be in contact with Andy. We've known him an awful long time, me and Paul. So thank you so much for coming on tonight. And it's been a real pleasure.